If you've ever felt like you're constantly second-guessing your own memory, or you're walking on eggshells to avoid a fight, and you secretly wonder if you're the crazy one, this explains why. It's not your fault. You know that feeling when you're in an argument? You present clear evidence, and somehow, by the end of the conversation, you're the one apologizing? That's called gaslighting. It's one of the most common tools of a manipulator. A study from the University of Georgia found that 74% of people have experienced gaslighting in a relationship. That's nearly 3 out of 4 people. In this video, I'm breaking down 5 undeniable signs that someone is manipulating you. Sign number 1. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a psychological tactic used to make you question your own sanity, perception of reality, or memory. It's a deliberate form of emotional manipulation designed to erode your confidence and make you dependent on the manipulator for the truth. It happens when the manipulator blatantly denies facts, twists your words, or questions your emotional reactions. It might say things like, "That never happened," "You're being too sensitive," or "You're imagining things." Here's a real example. Imagine your partner promises to help you with a project. When they don't show up, you bring it up. Instead of apologizing, they say, "I never agreed to that. You always do this." You build up these expectations in your head that have nothing to do with reality. This is incredibly damaging because it attacks your most basic tool for navigating the world, your own mind. When you can't trust your memory or your feelings, you become easier to control. Sign number 2. Moving the goalposts. Moving the goalposts is a manipulative tactic where once you've met a demand or expectation, the manipulator immediately changes the criteria for success. You can never truly win or satisfy them because the finish line is always being moved. The reason this happens is that the manipulator isn't actually interested in resolving an issue or seeing you succeed. They are interested in maintaining power and control. The constant state of striving gives them leverage. Think about a time you had a difficult conversation with someone, and you thought you finally reached a resolution. You agreed to their terms, you did what they asked. But the next day, they bring up a new, unrelated issue. You thought the goal was to resolve conflict A, but the real goal was to keep you on the defensive. The impact is exhaustion and a feeling of perpetual failure. It makes you work harder and harder for an approval that will never come. Sign number 3. The silent treatment. Often mistaken for needing space, the silent treatment is not a passive coping mechanism, it's a weapon. It's a deliberate withdrawal of communication and affection to punish you. Psychologically, this works by leveraging our fundamental human need for connection. When that connection is suddenly and inexplicably cut off, our brains go into a state of alarm. We feel isolated, anxious, and desperate to restore the bond. For example, after a minor disagreement, you might try to call your partner to clear the air. They don't answer. You send a text asking if everything is okay. It's left on read. For hours, or even days, you are met with total silence. The impact is that you are trained to avoid conflict at all costs, often apologizing for things you didn't do, just to end the painful silence. It gives the manipulator absolute power over the relationship's climate. And if you think that's bad, wait till you hear about love bombing. It's even more dangerous. Sign number 4. Love bombing. Love bombing is the intense and overwhelming expression of affection and attention right at the beginning of a relationship. It feels amazing at first, like you've found your soulmate. But it's a manipulation tactic. It happens because the manipulator wants to gain your trust and loyalty as quickly as possible. By showering you with grand gestures, constant communication, and future faking, talking about a future together, way too soon, they make you feel uniquely special and create an intense emotional bond. Think about that perfect start that seems too good to be true. You receive an extravagant gift on a first date. Your phone is flooded with "I miss you" texts after just one meeting. They say, "I've never felt this way about anyone before," with intense eye contact. Once that bond is formed and you're emotionally invested, the manipulator can start to slowly devalue you, and the cycle of abuse begins. A high of the love bomb makes you stay, hoping the old them will return. This creates a powerful psychological addiction to the manipulator, similar to a drug cycle. You're constantly chasing the high of that initial phase, while enduring the lows that follow. Sign number 5. Playing the victim. A classic manipulator tactic is to portray themselves as the perpetual victim of their circumstances, of other people, or even of you. This allows them to evade responsibility for their actions and keep you on the hook. By constantly highlighting their struggles, past traumas, or how everyone else mistreats them, they create a narrative where they can do no wrong. Any attempt you make to hold them accountable is framed as you being insensitive or attacking them when they're already down. Here's how it looks. You try to address a legitimate issue, like them being rude to you. They might respond with, "I guess I'm just a horrible person then. With everything I've been through, I don't know why I even try." Or imagine you confront them for forgetting your birthday. They slump their shoulders, look sad, and say, "I'm just so overwhelmed with everything going on at work. I can't do anything right. I'm sorry I'm such a terrible person." Now you end up comforting them. The impact is that you end up feeling guilty for having normal expectations and boundaries. Your needs are consistently sidelined to manage their fragile emotional state. So, those are the 5 signs: gaslighting, moving the goalposts, the silent treatment, love bombing, and playing the victim. But knowledge is only the first step. The next is learning to trust yourself again. Which of these signs resonated with you the most, or felt the most familiar? I genuinely want to know. Drop a comment below. I read every single one. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button. I drop new psychology insights every Monday and Wednesday to help you understand yourself and others better. You know what? Thanks for tuning in. Just remember, whatever's going on, it's really not your fault. See ya. Bye.